All right, YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So let's get straight into this video. Let's talk about how you are a multifaceted person. So multifaceted meaning you could do many different things. You're not a person that just is one way or is like rigid or anything. Like you're a really fluid type of person, right? So I wanted to make this video and it just came upon my spirit to talk about it. So I wanted to put it on the channel. But if you're watching this video and you feel called to click on the video, this is probably for you. You probably already know this, or if you don't, you'll know this right now. But you're someone that's multifaceted, meaning you're someone that could pretty much be any way and do anything, right? And I don't mean that just simply like you could do what you put your mind to and like stuff like that. I mean that you're someone that is naturally like adaptable. Like you could be one way, then you could be another way, then you could be this way, then you could do this thing. And I don't mean that you're someone that's not genuine, like you're someone that's an authentic person, but you're somebody that's constantly like changing, right? Constantly developing, like just how water could turn to ice, water could turn to gas as well. That's how you are. You're really fluid, kind of like water. So this is why you can't really like fit into like a box, right? People can't really like label you and be like, oh, that person does this, that person fits in this box. Like you just can't with you, right? Because you're not that type of person. So being a multifaceted person, there's nothing specific that you're the best at, right? It's nothing like specific. You're good at pretty much anything that you want to do. And whatever it is that you want to do, you're the person for it. That's what it means to be multifaceted. So if you want to go one way and do this said thing or whatever, you're the person for it. If you want to do another thing, you're going to be the person for it, right? You're a multifaceted person. You could pretty much do every single thing. And this just stems from who you are. So if you're watching this video throughout your whole life, you've probably stood out, right? I've spoken about this in my channel a lot. It's like whatever you did, you always stood out for whatever reason, or you didn't have to do anything. You were always just stood out like a sore thumb. Like you were just noticeable. Like you could have been in a group and then the group's attention is on you, or like people who talk to you and they could tell that you're different. You could tell how they talk to you, that they think that you're different, and like things like that, right? So those all correlate into being multifaceted as well, because if you don't fit in anywhere, right? It's not that you're this like outcast, right? You just don't fit into like specific things, right? You don't become molded into like the environment. You don't become molded into your environment. And since you don't become molded into your environment, this is what makes you be able to do all these different things, right? And this also correlates into like who you're around. You could probably be around any type of person. Like it doesn't matter where they're from, what they do, who they know, whatever it is. You could just be around any single person. It's kind of like you're just this universal person, right? And this also stems from you having this like quote unquote free spirit. And what I mean by free spirit is you just have this spirit about you that desires to live your own way and do the things that you want to do. That's what makes you stand out, because you can't be in like one place and your whole identity becomes that thing. You can't do one thing and your whole identity becomes that thing. It's like impossible for you. So if you're watching this video, that means so you're a person of many different skills, many different talents. And the world likes to tell you to like stick to like one thing or whatever it is and become a master of that. That's not the case with you. You become good at pretty much anything that you do. And this isn't like an ego thing, this is just like true. You become good at pretty much anything that you do, right? So for you, sticking to one thing for the rest of your life doesn't work. You're someone that moves from thing to thing to thing because you're constantly developing, right? Like one year you're a certain way and have a certain way of doing things, and then another way you got different ideas, different things you want to do, right? This is how you are. You're constantly developing. You're multifaceted. So for you to live the life that you want to live, you need to understand this aspect about yourself. This is why you find really rigid things almost like too constraining for you, almost like imprisonment, right? Whenever you can only do one thing, act a certain way, can't say certain things, like these things make you feel restrained and like constricted. So whenever you try to do things like this and just be one way and only do one thing and only become a master of this thing, you're gonna feel like you're caged up, right? You're just gonna feel like you're in a cage. So when you're a multifaceted person, your life is supposed to be lived in a freer type of way, meaning you do the things that you want to do, you achieve the things that you want to achieve. You don't have anything weighing you down. You don't have things like opinions weighing you down, things like certain structures weighing you down. It's all a life of freedom that you seek, right? So we also know that money is what gives people freedom. And if you're a multifaceted person, the approach to make money is likely through something that you want to do, right? That you desire to do. So this is why it might be hard for you to just do something just for the money, right? Like money will help you get free, but if it's taking up all your time, it's going to do the opposite, right? So for you, in terms of being free, it's a way to make money so you can become free, but also when you make that money, you are free at the same time, right? So this is why a lot of you, and some of you might already be like business owners or whatever you do, like entrepreneurs or whatever, or some sort of thing. Just the way that you live your life is a thing that's like on your own terms. So on your own terms would be things like, of course, owning your own business. Maybe you have a social media influence or whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is, but that's the type of life that you desire to live. Because when you're multifaceted and you have your own things that you're doing, you could fully like embrace that and fully be the way that you are. So these things help you acknowledge that that's who you are, right? So they help you actually become that person because that's who you're supposed to be. So whenever you live your life, and life has structure to it, right? That's what we've learned, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just not everybody's the same. So some people are gonna fit in these things and they're gonna love it. They're gonna tolerate it or whatever, and some people can't. And if you're watching this video, me included, this is like you can't stand the normal way of doing things. Like it just doesn't work for you, right? It might make you like miserable. It might make you feel constrained. It might make you depressed or whatever. It might make you anxious. It's because these are all signs that you're not doing the things that are aligned with you, right? You need to pay attention to what you're aligned with. So when you're a multifaceted person, there's nothing like completely specific for you to be doing, right? So you might be purposed by God, right? Like God has a specific purpose for you, but if you're that type of person and He has a purpose for you, that purpose is going to be correlated with who you are. So He made you one way, the multifaceted way, for a reason, because whatever purpose it is that you have, it's not going to be like one direct specific thing. It's never going to be just like specific. It's never going to be you're going to do this exact thing. It's going to be you're going to kind of know like what to do, like where to go, but it's not going to be like direct. It's not going to be like the exact like the whole blueprint or whatever. It's going to be like you take it like a day at a time, and like you realize you learn as you go type of way, right? And that's how a multifaceted person learns. They learn as they go. They learn by experience. You might be someone that like learns differently, right? Like you probably learn very quickly, but you also might be someone that learns like visually, right? Like you guys see the things. You can't just like learn something just by like reading something or like whatever it is. You might be someone that's like naturally creative and like you have a big imagination. And this is just how God made you, right? Because there's billions of people in the world. Not everyone's going to be the same. Some people are one way, some people are this way. And if you're watching this video, this is for you who's multifaceted, and you already probably know this about yourself because of the way you've lived your life. You probably have an understanding about what you like to do and what you don't like to do. But there's never a set specific, right? Because you could kind of do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you want to learn. There's like no exact thing, right? And the thing that causes like stress or whatever it is you have all these different options, but you don't know what to pick, right? And the way to maneuver that is just end up picking one and just learning as you go. That's how you do it. You just learn as you go. Then you're like, okay, do I want to keep doing this? And then you see, is it a yes or a no, right? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment anything below. And if you're not subscribed and you want to subscribe, don't forget to subscribe. All right, God bless you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.